Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another actual Rainbow Six Siege video today. And today, as you see in my title, this is going to be me ranking the best actual defenders full ranked within 2019 for the new operation. So it's year 4 season 4, I believe this is. So I thought I'd do a little video on it. This is my opinion. I'll be explaining why I do think it and everything like that. However, I believe Rainbow Six Siege has actually changed a lot over the year with statistics and like tactics and stuff like that. So the reason why I'm going to be picking these characters, got on my notepad today. So that's pretty much it. I'll explain everything about it. Over 3 factors when it does come to it is 1, their kind of gadget, 2, how they are played and like the way I would actually play them myself, and then Pro League as well, which kind of goes into that second point as well. But apart from that, today really that is just going to be it, and we're just going to go and talk about the actual character first, and then we're going to do some gameplay while talking about the character. So I think that's quite a good idea. So guys, first of all, we do need to get ourselves into a game. We're probably just going to do a quick casual, I believe. Let's keep it on an unranked match, because I think that's quite a good way, because obviously it allows us to get those 3 defenders in a round, which I hope we do get, because if we don't, then it is a bit annoying. But apart from that, if you are new around today, please do subscribe. There is a giveaway going on right now, which is going to be our R6 credits actual giveaway. That's just going to be the basic one of the 1200 credits. I thought I'd give away as soon as it is Christmas. So if you do want to enter it, then feel free. Steps are down in the description and going into it right now. But apart from that, we're going to be starting off in the first character. And while we wait for an actual to get into a game, I'll be explaining everything about it. So today guys, the first actual character is going to be Yaga. Now Yaga is probably the most standard character when it does come to it. If I can switch my operators right now while I'm doing it, Yaga is probably one of the most OP when it does come to his gadget and his actual gun. Now from day one he's been a favourite, and obviously with Yaga he's got the best gun in my opinion, I do believe, and I think overall he's just sick, especially with that 416 carbine. Very good, high damage, good fire rate, good mobility I suppose as well. You do have to have everything about that. The only thing I would say about his character when it does come to like his gun and setup is that they took the shield away and gave him a bulletproof camera. In my opinion, I don't even use it, so that's the only problem I would say with it. However, when it does come to his ADIs, they're literally so sick, and his active defense literally stops everything coming past him, and again it helps it so much. So when you literally put something in the window and anything does come through, if you didn't know what Yaga does do, then grenades come through and it is sick. And that is just kind of the basics of the character, and I happen to be the attacking team, which isn't the best, but it is just what it is. Now guys, while we do this preparation and banner phase, I'm going to talk about my second point. Now what I did say earlier is the tactics, or how to actually play this character. With Yaga, he's so universal. You can play him in different ways. You can play him as a roamer, an actual hold the room, kind of a mix of a match, which is the best part about it. He's a universal character, does what he wants, and that's what I really do like about him. So in my opinion, that is why I would say he is probably one of the best defenders in the game, and as well as when I do play ranked, he's always picked purely because of his gun and his ability at the same time, and he's just a very mobile character. So that just makes him an all-round very, very good player. And even when he does get nerfed, he's still very good. And when he gets buffed, he's even more OP. So you just can't blame it. And to be fair, not many people ban him just purely because of how good he is. Now guys, when it does actually come to Pro League, he is probably one of the most played characters. Now, Pro League is very different because it is just how you want to play and who your team and your actual kind of tactics. However, most of the actual teams always do have a Yaga, and they always do use him as kind of a roaming character, or when they need him to come back as well. He's kind of a character that just switches between it, and he comes back to roam, or he can go back to that base, or obviously the objective. Whatever you need to do, he's one of those characters that we usually can rely on, and I suppose that's why everyone does really pick him. And I can really understand why you would pick him, and I understand why I do play myself, because 1, his gun is sick and it will pretty much outgun. It's like a better version of thermite gun, I would say, kind of less, like, more fire rate to it and everything like that. But yeah, that is just pretty much it, and apart from that, that is the first character I'll put on the list. If you've got any other comments to add to the Yaga, feel free to like listen down below, because other people might say something different about Yaga. Let me know your input on all the characters that are there. Now guys, the second one I would say is very important in my opinion. With this one, it is kind of more of an actual kind of defense and playing the objective. Now for me, it is going to be Bandit. A lot of people always do have the argument who's better, Mute or Bandit. For me, I would say Bandit, just purely because of his gun, and obviously I believe the kind of barbed wire is better because you can do more tactics with it. Now guys, speaking about it, with Bandit, he's got the battery pack, so you can literally place a battery down on anything that is reinforced like metal or barbed wire, and it will just electrify it. Now this is actually perfect, because if you didn't know, you can actually Bandit trick. However, I'll talk about that later, but that's pretty much it for his actual ability. He always carries barbed wire or a C4, which is really good because C4s do come in handy. Even barbed wire comes in handy for those tactics that people sometimes like to use. And guys, and also going to his gun, he's got the like MP7, which I believe is a sick gun. It used to have the ACOG in it, and when it had the ACOG, he was super OP. And as you can see right now, like, he's just one of those characters that are just very lightweight. They've got a good gun. He's kind of almost like a Twitch in a way, but kind of put as a defender. So it's a weird kind of way of putting it, I suppose, but he's still very, very sick, and I always would take him over Mute any day. Now guys, talking about tactics, like I said earlier, you can Bandit trick. If you didn't know what Bandit trick is a way to be able to stop any like kind of thermites coming through, anything like that, any banners getting through to the actual kind of like reinforcements, stopping it. So as soon as it does go in there, you can place down your battery pack, you can actually hear, so it just allows you to be a lot better when it does come to the game. And obviously you can take away the banners, the thermites, which obviously reduce the risk of them actually breaching into the objective. Guys, I will say now why I'm actually playing this. I really do apologize because I haven't got a headset on and I am kind of panicking. I'm trying to plant the bomb. Oh, okay, I'm dead. Never mind, we can carry on talking. But yeah, guys, especially when it does come to Pro League, I would say Bandit isn't as much anymore. However, back in the day, he always was used, and that's just one of those things. Like, he's just a very, very solid character, and people still use him purely because he's gun. He's a very good flick, very good and like fast character. So I suppose in a way he could be roaming if you want to. However, for me, he's kind of more of an objective-based person, just purely because of Bandit tricking. Now guys, moving on to the third character. This third character I believe is essential when you are playing ranked, just purely because of bomb. However, there is only one actual con to him, that he does get banned a lot, and you'll understand why in a minute when I do explain about tactics. Now, if you haven't guessed already, this person is going to be Echo. Echo is so sick. He's got that nice suppressed pistol, or pistol? What am I saying there? He's got a nice suppressed He's got that nice suppressed actual machine gun, which again is so sick in my opinion. It really does come in handy. It's a nice little gun. It adds to it. Very good fire rate. The only bad thing I would say about it is the recoil. However, it's very, very powerful. And then for his actual secondary, he's actually got the machine pistol, which again is very sick, very OP and powerful. But the problem with it is the recoil. However, that is not the main actual con about it. It is the ban for him because he does get banned a lot. Now guys, his actual ability is an invisible yokai drone, which obviously you can fly around, and obviously you put it up into the ceiling and it shocks people and disorientates them, which is very, very handy because when you are playing bomb, if anyone's planting the bomb and Echo is still alive and you're not in that room, you can have two Echoes or yokai drones to be able to put in each bomb. They can't see it, which is very hard to see, and you can just disorientate them, so when they are planting the bomb, they can't plant it, and it is perfect in those kind of last minute situations when they're panicking, need to plant the bomb before the timer does run out. And that is why I would say Echo is one of the probably essential characters that you do need in your ranked game. However, like I said guys, that's the problem with him, is that he does get banned a lot, and again, when it does come to Pro League, they ban him as well because he is a nuisance to deal with. The only way to kind of get away around him is by shooting his yokai drones, which again is very hard because they're invisible, or using Thatchers, and again, Thatcher isn't really used a lot when it does come to ranked and Pro League. It's only kind of like you normally have your Twitch, but again, it's just one of those things that they're good, and also they can be very glitched a lot, so obviously sometimes they glitch during into bombs and stuff. And again, you're probably thinking, well, you kind of people that are showing them. Yes, I get it, I am showing them, but still, at the end of the day, he's very sick, and when it does come to everything, he's a solid operator, and I would put him up there kind of with like actual Yaga and stuff like that when it does come to his ability and performance when it comes into ranked. Now guys, moving on to the fourth character. This one was very controversial, I will understand that, and in my opinion myself, I did very find it hard to actually pick this fourth character. I had like an idea for the fifth one, however I thought, you know what, Rainbow Six Siege is a very, very team game, and his ability is very, very team and helps everyone out. You might have already guessed it, however it is going to be Doc. Doc is a very, very based orientated actual kind of operator, which again is good in some ways because you kind of need people to be in the objective and stuff like that, so that is always a plus side to it. And I suppose his gadget is very good. However, the only downside I would say is his guns. I believe he has the MP5 and the P90 and the shotgun. Again, my opinion, I don't deal well with those guns. They're just not my style of playing. So in my opinion, I wouldn't pick those over, like, I wouldn't actually pick Doc just purely because of his guns. If you can hold the recoil, the P90 is sick. MP5K with the ACOG is very, very good at the same time. His shotgun is okay. It really does depend on your playstyle with the guns. However, if you're going for a team operator, and this is why I picked him as one of the best, because of his ability. Now, if you didn't realize, he has a Doc Stim pistol, which allows you to get more health when it actually does come to the game. So say for instance you are defending, you're in like a 2v1 or 2v3 situation, you're on 40 health, your Doc Stim pistol can actually heal you back up, making it a lot easier for you. And in total, I believe it just makes it help a lot more because you will certainly get like 2 lives out of it. So it's kind of a nice thing to be able to have, and you can rely. So if you do obviously like risk anything, then you know you'll be able to get your health back, which is important. The only downside I would say about it would be his actual kind of ammo within the stim pistol, which is pretty poor, but you never know, it's not actually that bad when it does come to it. But now guys, I'm going to move on to the fifth and final character. Now this fifth and final character is the new character or defensive character, Wamai. Now he's very similar to Yaga, and I've seen a lot of him actually being played throughout ranked and pro league at the same time. If you didn't know, he's got a very good gun, which I believe is the AUG, and I can't remember the other one. However, they're very good guns, and I would just recommend using them because when I would play Wamai, they are very good. Now for his actual ability, it is a little magnetic device when anything does come through, so similar to Yager's, when anything does come through it stops it. However, this time it literally just detonates, explodes it, ruins it, self-destruction, and it just makes it a lot better. And again, it's like another form of Yager, so with Yager only having 3 ADIs, it just allows you to do a lot more with the actual kind of thing, so you can place more of them around. I believe you get 5 of the Wamai's magnetic devices, so again, that just allows you to be able to use your devices more and stop any throwables coming through, which is very important when it does come to Siege, especially with C4s, grenades. I don't know, I said C4s because they're defensive, but that's such as grenades, flashbangs, smokes, everything like that. It's very important. It will stop them all, and other stuff as well, like your banners. It will stop their banners going through, which again is very sick. Now guys, I haven't played Wamai much myself, but from what I did play, he did get me a few kills. He's not too bad, but in my opinion, he's not one of my favourite characters. However, I'm seeing it from the pro league and ranked perspective because a lot of people are playing him. But yeah guys, that is just pretty much it. That's all I can really say about the 5 characters. Like, again, we're seeing a Doc right here. Got a nice kill in him. Fair enough, I did get the kill before. But like, we saw a Doc there, and we are playing it unranked right now. However, there are a lot of the actual kind of characters that I would actually normally see when playing this game. So again, it is just literally a matter of who is playing them, how well you do play these characters. Like, you may have like a controversial opinion on it and think like someone else is better, but from what I do see in Pro League and ranked and what I've played so far in my series, that is who I would actually recommend. So it's up to you guys. You have all got different opinions, but let me know what you do think of the operators I did pick. But okay guys, that's it. I finished off the kill, a nice 2-1, and apart from that, until next time, see ya.